The signal's stronger here. I'm picking up a call and patching it through to your navigation display.
That voice in my head did something. Guardian, when you see me, tell me if something's wrong with my eye. Don't lie, okay?
House of Exile. We'll need to clear them out to interface with the slime. Okay, Guardian. You're the one who can wield Kepler's energies. Give it a shot.
Whoa, wait, I'm feeling everything's spinning. Mr. Ghost,
Three's talent for weaving tapestries ever remarkable. This emissary has already made contact. Are you listening, weapon?
Who is this? You're speaking with the Guardian.
Primitive thing. I speak with the preemptive weapon.
Guardian! Something's in my head. Like we saw with the House of Exile. It must be the Archon.
We'll see if we can track down the source. Does everything still look like it's playing in reverse?
There's such a freaking nerve. I'm getting flashes, images. Is someone trying to brainwash me?
We're on our way to another one of those psychic slimes, Lodi. Hang in there. Are you sure this isn't going to make it worse?
Worse? It can't get worse. Do it, Mr. Ghost, I'm ready.
There's another mold. The Archon is definitely using these to reach through his followers somehow. We've seen something similar, but
I'm seeing everything. Like I'm looking down in a valley. There's a strange ship. It's headed towards an eye. But I see earlier there's a robot leaning backwards. Stars. Oh, I'm showing you some stars. I see us at a stand in a city. You bought noodles for me to try. That's good. What are these? Further ahead, I feel someone else's bloodlust. I want my freedom. I can kill for it, but I don't know if this is me.
I've been standing under the stars thinking about orbits. How sometimes the pull of gravity between bodies is symbiotic, and other times disastrous. You can destroy an entire solar system by placing one aberrant mass into the balance, skewing the gravity of a closed system. I'm beginning to worry Lodi might be such an aberration. I didn't have a solid theory until we realized the Vex were involved here. Maya's collective seems to be looking for the same things Lodi is. If their motives are aligned, other things could be too. I want you on this. Find out what the Vex are researching, and take note of how Lodi reacts. If their orbits intersect, make sure we know how. This stays between us. You know I've carried my suspicions around our arrival here, around Lodi.
I don't know, Ikora. I can see how his tendency to be vague is suspicious, but he seems to genuinely want to help.
Recently, Ophiuchus uncovered that he's been sending encoded transmissions using Vex arrays, but we don't know to whom.
Oh,
He's exchanging information and pretending to be a lone agent. At the very least, he's sending out information and lying about it. I found the locations of the arrays. I'm forwarding them to you. Scrape their data and send it back.
understood.
Guardian, someone's on the line.
Lodi here. Hope it's not a bad time, Guardian.
Miss Ray isn't answering my calls. I don't know how I managed it, but I have a feeling. She asked me plenty of questions about the Vex right before, too. I guess she didn't like my answers. There's something new about the Vex I thought you and she should know. The Vex have been taking passive readings off the Singularity as long as I've been watching them. Now they're pinging it hard. Trying for a reaction. I keep getting this awful buzz interfering with my comm line, that's all I know. And please, when you get the chance, give Miss Ray my warmest regards. I hate to lose her esteem.
We're seeing a spike of exile activity. Is this doctor safe on her own?
It's true the Ionians are a peaceful bunch, but fieldwork requires metal. I'm sure Gauntlet did much more than look sharp. Speaking of, I'm at her research outpost. She's not here. Which wouldn't normally be worrisome, but the place is completely ransacked. No sign of her assistant either. He's usually... Oh. Damn it.
Lodi.
Take care of those exiles. Let me call you back. Miss Ray. I'm not really sure how to describe what I'm looking at. A person. I think it's a mess. There's... Someone was killed. I'm not sure who. There isn't enough left to tell. I need to look around.
Do you need backup?
No. Patrol the area. Cold-blooded murder isn't usually the House of Exile's MO, but I have a hard time believing the Vex would be this brutal.
Hi, Cora, Lodi. We've got another group of exiles. Though nothing seems out of the ordinary apart from, well, the normal exile abnormality.
I've got some semblance of a trail leading out of here. Take care of those guys. I'll touch base when I've got a lead. Guardian, I've located Dr. Carnahan. She's safe, but she's shaken. Understandably.
If she's safe, then what you saw at the outpost...
Yeah. Her assistant, Reese. Budding linguist. He didn't deserve this.
Dr. Carnahan asked us to find a piece of technology that the House of Exiles stole when her assistant was murdered.
Guardian, there's something here you need to get. Closer to the singularity. I'm sending you some... Guardian, we're looking for a member of the House of Exile. My, hunch led me to some Alexei tracks. My guess is the technology that was taken is on its way to the Archon as we speak. That's our thief. We'll need to move fast.
Can you give us any more information on what we're looking for?
Carnahan called the technology Mattermorph. Does exactly what it says in the package. It can take any matter and break down its molecules in an alarmingly short amount of time.
We've seen how easily Mattermorph can kill. It's too unstable for someone like the Archon to wield. Exercise caution. She's carrying delicate cargo. I'm not sure how resilient this technology will be to a stray rope dart.
If this tech works as well as it sounds like it does, it'll be a big problem in the wrong hands.
The thief just dropped a bunch of Ionian artifacts. Lodi's in the lab had been ransacked. They must have taken more than just Mattermorph. But why drop the stolen goods?
Hospitality, Deathless. Those who trust the giver receive gifts.
The Archon. Ikora, our thief's being controlled.
And he's claiming hospitality? After trying to make all of our problems worse? Archon the Vask. Return the stolen technology, and no one else needs to get hurt.
Exiles, you hear the Deathless make false promises. Nothing appeases their greed as they vie for the giver's blessing. Extinction fated Deathless. You have the sympathies of the House of Exile.
These dropped artifacts aren't gifts. The Archon's trying to lighten the load to make a quicker escape.
He seems as fortunate as he is reckless. Lifting Mattermorph was just a deadly coincidence.
Robbed a house, found a nuke. All it takes is one wrong judgment call and the Exiles could level Kepler.
As well as we do that Kepler isn't stable. How can we help your people?
There is no need. The mask is prophecy blessed. Lo, my exiles, I see without eyes. The giver's feast. The rim of soul bent. Exiles triumph. The deathless dead and dead again.
You think 3 is going to send you home? The grand design you speak of means Kepler falls into the singularity, and the rest of Sol with it.
Feed the giver. Let the wormhole swallow all, and tear through the eternal unknown! Felsic's will is at her Archon's command.
She drop all that junk at your command too?
Every failure is proof of the greater victory. The grand design is grand indeed.
This guy's not playing with a full deck. There is no plan.
be this way. On Earth, Elixni and humans live in peace. They have homes, plentiful food sources, fellowship.
Earth Elixni practice sacrilege of the highest order. They have no place in grand design.
Ikora, Lodi, we've got Mattermore. Interesting. It's reacting to that pylon. Guardian, let's investigate.
Archon Lavask, a member of your house is dead by your misjudgment. Open up the way to the Singularity. No one else has to die.
What is sapient life, if not bodies? Fel 6 was necessary. Defeat is victory in the eyes beyond time.
He shut off his channel. A leader so obsessed with the hold he has on the world, he's willing to sacrifice his entire house for a paltry slice of power.
There's no grand design. Nobody's driving the car. This guy's just riding shotgun trying to convince us he's behind the wheel.
You can probably feel it too. The pull of gravity stolen, directed.
I think I follow. Who's doing the stealing?
The mycelial priest. Stop. The Archon.
You're saying the Archon's getting the power of the Nine somehow? And that's why he's so dangerous? I spoke with Dean Rebecca about Kepler's degradation status. With the Strangelets, we've been able to keep the Altar of Relativity stable, but it's not going to be enough to get us through it to 3.
We'll need to get them a stronger source of power. What options do we have on a planetoid as remote as Kepler?
It sounds like these folks have been relying on some shaky generators since the House of Exile took over their power plant in the Outer Steppes.
Then getting them a stable power source is our next step. Guardian, you take point. Head to that plant to see what can be done to remove the Exile threat and get it up and running again.
A Strangelet sulks in the corners of the steppes.
Glad to have you along, Lori. And good to know. We'll help the Ionians and get a few steps closer to reaching the Nine. Our purpose here is twofold. Lodi informed me the Ionians' power situation is dire. They've been relying on outdated generators since the House of Exile locked down the path to the Singularity. With our efforts to stabilize the altar, those energy stores are growing more inefficient by the minute. We need to fix the reactor and alleviate the strain on their generators as soon as possible.
Swallow your tremor. We are being observed by the Nine. I will try to find them.
Stay safe, Orin. And stay focused, Guardian. There's a Strangelet here that was taken by the Exiles. Securing it will get the Guardian through to 3.
Ikora, we reached the main reactor room.
Excellent. You'll need to tap into the reactor's kernel interface. With any luck, this will be a simple reboot sequence.
Proceed with caution. The temperature is a limbo.
Okay, I'm still getting unstable power readings. It's not enough to totally reboot the system, but we've opened a door leading to another power source. Follow that cable, Guardian.
It's them. Damn it, it's still them. It's always them. It's the Nine. We were supposed to turn on the lights. Guardian, these words are not my own.
Progress. Trending and fleeting. Met with primeval victory. Set in motion to vivify. Did you play the game? Keep eyes on the field. Bank every mote. Instructions given and heeded. The Drifter's Hall arriving. We hope you prepared help. Did you pay attention, Guardian?
We've got exiles incoming.
Orin, are you alright? I can see why you left.
I wanted my freedom back. As emissary, I knew I was signing it away, but what I got in return wasn't worth it in the end. Just when I saw through to the past, learned my own names, they scraped me out hollow. I learned the hard way. Liberty was more valuable than power. They can keep the kid with the nicer bosuns. My freedom is worth the price. You hear that? Don't even try!
activating another power source.
It's not enough to bring the reactor fully online. There has to be another around here somewhere. Orin, as far as I'm concerned, the Nine ignored every single one of our existential threats in recent memory. Gaul, the Hive Pantheon, the Witness, none of them warranted extra-dimensional intervention.
Oh, they intervened. You'll just never know. Everything you listed happened because the Nine allowed it.
I'll just never know. If you make bold claims without proof, you'll start speaking like the Archon.
I can see their temporal fingerprints on the Guardian, on Lodi, on Drifter, on me, and on you, Ikora. The feeling you get around the trains? This isn't a coincidence. It's a show of force.
Eyes up, Guardian. Here's the source of all the trouble.
They've wronged you, Orin. That much is clear. But their interference in the larger affairs of Sol seems minimal.
How about on your cohort? The Hall? That hideous thing dragging behind the Drifter's ship? The Nine gave it to him years ago. Didn't say what for. He tell you it's reacting to Kepler?
Yes. He was almost uncharacteristically forthcoming with that information. He's got the situation under control.
You don't understand.
I'm trying to. Power source is offline. We'll need to reactivate it before the exiles cause more trouble.
That's working now. Enemies incoming.
clear. I don't doubt the Nine exist. Nor am I trying to minimize your struggle for freedom, Warren. You said we came to Kepler at the Nine's behest. But so far, all I've seen is a planet on the brink of annihilation, unless we do something to stop this black hole. Where is the intervention?
It already happened. The Nine collected their tax. On the Drifter's Hall, on Lodi's gift, on the Guardian's calibration. On you, Ikora. We just haven't seen it yet. I'm sorry. Transform and static, the final power source.
last power source available on the grid. I'm hoping it'll be enough to cycle the power and get the reactor up and running again. Orin's perspective is eerie. The Nine are either completely detached or so involved they overtake your life. I think I'm feeling that dread Ikora was talking about. Let's get out of here. Fast. What about the Guardian, Orin? They've changed the fate of the universe. They chose to be here.
Each choice, right, trial, wasn't absent an organizer. Do you know you comply with instructions you don't know exist? From the moment you arrived on Kepler, you've marked coincidence after coincidence. Happenstance, serendipity, the brush of spiderweb against your cheek may as well be chiseled slabs to the Nine.
Watch out. A large contingent of Elixni Shanks is approaching. They seem drawn to the central reactor now that it's producing an energy signal.
Rot! Damn it! Colossal Shank!
Here's our strangelet. Collect it now.
The likelihood of the outer orbits being knocked out of position has decreased. They appreciate that. Am I finally allowed to remember something?
They're speaking to you?
They are reminding me. No, I am reminding me. The message.
You've talked about this message before. Is it for us?
It is. It's in the slab I chiseled myself as the Nine fought to tear me apart. But the relief is weathered, blurred and buffed away by their sands.
Focus. If there's something you need us to know, I trust you can find it again.
Chisel in hand, I will remember. But not yet. Not until the time is ripe.
Guardian, get that Strangelet capsule back to the Ionians. Now that the power's back on, we're that much closer to reaching the Singularity. Lodi, Drifter. We have another Strangelet. The Guardian's dropping it off at the altar. Drifter, any updates on the hull?
It's starting to drift toward... almost like a gravitational pull. I'm burning thrusters just to keep it in place. I don't know what'll happen when I let this bird loose, but I'm seeing this through, even if my instincts are telling me to scram.
I'd be worried if your instincts weren't telling you to run from a black hole. Glad to have you here with us, Mr. Drifter.
We have one more Strangelet to find before our work here is done.
It's almost time to meet 3.
They want to talk to you. To help you understand, both of you. Oh, no, don't touch it. Sorry. I don't know what happens if you touch it.
You hold it. Guardian, get close.
Two speaks on behalf of 3, that you might grasp your necessary presence at this point in space, in time. Commander, your first step, scheduled at our hand. An intervention necessary to ensure attendance.
The 9 killed me to get me here?
From simple perspectives, the technicality. Lightbearer, thank you for your attendance with minimal interference. To you we say, vengeance required. The culprit lies within. The Drifter must prepare his gift. Emissary, reveal your truth. Wake the dead. They will speak. listen.
Why would we listen? The Nine manipulated our lives. How far back?
Two showed me how you died. But I already knew the rest. You deserve to know the truth. I'm sorry, Miss Ray.
I'm stuck right here today, dreaming of the past. Now when I call you up, it's like your phone don't ring, baby. And when I see you in a crowd and call your name out loud, it's like you don't hear a thing. Like a king who lost his crown. If you need me, I'll be around, dreaming of the past. But right now, darling, when it feels like my world is falling, I hope and I pray that soon there'll come a as I hang my head in shame, dreaming of the past.
What was your name?
Lewis. Agent Lewis Sierra.
Thank you, Lewis.
How long did you know?
From the second I saw you.
Why didn't you tell me?
Because you're not her! I figured the Nine put you here to torture me. The one face I recognize. And she had no idea who I was. If I told you, it would be because I wanted that. Not because it would help you.
Well, you're right. It doesn't. You know that much about me. Lodi, did the Nine kill me just to ensure I would end up here?
Yes. Maybe your body had to be in the right place for your ghost to find you?
I woke up by a car in the desert. The flower in my hand. Ophiuchus chose me as his guardian, and every choice I made led me here.
Catastrophic intervention. That flower was an aster.
I don't want to know. Don't tell me her name. Don't tell me anything about her. She's dead.
Guardian, you have one new call.
Guardians forget their past life for a reason.
Who we were is immaterial to our potential as paracausal beings. I am Ikora Rey, Warlock Vanguard. I am an accomplished scholar, pioneer Thanatonaut. I've won hundreds of Crucible matches, and I have thwarted humanity's most dire threats time and time again. The woman I saw, the woman Lodi knew, she wasn't me. I don't even know her name. Yet, I mourn her. She had a life, a vocation, a family she loved. The Nine took that from her. And for what? So they could throw the very same train that killed her at me centuries later? Sprinkle a clever little trail across Sol for us to follow? For what? I have no desire to see more of that woman's life. But I need answers. She deserves them.
Orin? That you?
Yes. There and here. I was expecting Ikora's tone.
Right, I'm patching her in. Look, we left off on the wrong foot. And I know right before you run off with the Guardian to stomp Vex into dust ain't the best time. But I'm sick of counting seconds not taken for words that should have been said. Someday soon, I'd like to clear the air. Just watch your back out there. House's Archon's still at large. There's trouble brewing, and I think you're in the middle of it.
Where we need to be. I think the Vex seek the Nine through a trace of their influence. Their operation is coiled wires, but with the Guardian, we can cut through. When they pushed out the house, they claimed a capsule of quantum threads. If we want to know why we were brought here, we need it. You're a tad late for this skirmish. Or early. Either way, you must have seen the Vex going about their deterministic routines by now. They're dug in and trying to assimilate everything around them. They mean to turn a sphere to a circle here, so to speak. We have an advantage, in that the Vex who are exposed to dark matter find themselves caught in a thick yellow confusion. The presence of the Nine here resists Vex probing with dense air, but it's thinning. We need to address this. I haven't been able to get close enough for a detailed assessment, but you can.